Hello and welcome to Sunshine Haze. I'm Aja A. And today I am coming to you with a tarot forecast. For those of you that are tuned into my channel or subscribed or tend to watch my videos, I do apologize for not getting those new moon and Taurus forecasts out to you. They say life comes at you fast, and life came at me pretty fast. So I didn't really have the chance or the time to do those forecasts, but I did want to get you guys something for this lunar cycle, so I decided I would definitely make some time to go on and get up these full moon and Sagittarius spreads for you. So this video, before I even get started, this video is for Capricorn, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, or my fellow Capricorn Rising. So if you don't feel like what I'm saying in this video is resonating with you, go on and check out your check out your moon or rising sign. Excuse me. And I have a link down in the description box below to a playlist with all of those videos for you guys, okay? All right. So, as I said, today we are doing a full moon forecast. Going to be very similar to my new moon spreads. Another 5-card spread. Be looking at the energy for these next couple of weeks for you. Since we're not doing the new moon, we're not doing the whole, month-long period. We are going to be doing just a couple of weeks after the full moon. Chelsea, chill with the biting on yourself. That was the 10 of Pentacles trying to slide out, and then there's a 5 of Wands, so it's like possibly gonna have a little bit of scattered energy, but it looks like it may be good in the end. I'm gonna keep on shuffling. As I was saying, I'm gonna be looking at the energy for you guys surrounding these next couple of weeks. Anything that could be crossing you, Capricorn, because we're dealing with the full moon and Sagittarian energy. Going to be looking at what's going to be illuminated for you during this time in regards to, any adventures that you should be embarking on, any new opportunities coming in for you. I'm going to also be looking at the release. Looking at the release, the 10 of Wands, that's what's up. Get rid of all those blockages and those burdens. And because we are dealing with Sag energy, looking at anything that's been restricting you, Capricorn, stopping you from going on those adventures. And then as always, I will have a little soul message card for, your higher self, spirit message, whatever you want to call it, however you want to take it. Go on and finish shuffling for you guys. See what is in store for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Capricorn Rising. During this full moon in Sagittarius. All right. Okay, so gonna go on and cut the deck there. While I'm cutting the deck, I've been getting a lot of comments about my audio. First and foremost, this is a YouTube video and this is a free reading. So, with that being said, you get what you get. It's free. 2, I would like to say that you should be watching or listening to this reading in a quiet place. If you're out and about and, living life in the world and you're trying to listen to me just talk to you in your earphones, you're not going to be able to hear me. You should be sitting down in a quiet place listening to this video. I did want to just put that out there for anybody that's having issues with hearing my audio, because when I play back my videos, I can hear myself fine, and then I don't get a lot of comments like that. So what I'm assuming is that those of you who are saying you can't hear me are trying to do other things or in, loud places when you're listening to the videos. So just try and be in a quiet place while you're listening. It'll make it a lot easier, and it will prevent me from having to delete your comments. All right, Capricorn, what's poppin'? For this full moon, I'm so used to doing the new moon forecast, for this full moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Ooh, and I will go through all these cards. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Capricorn, I don't know what's going on here. All right, let's see. What have we got coming up for Capricorn and the position of the energies for us during this time? You've got the Hangman here. And this is, as I said, the energy for this full moon in Sagittarius. And keep in mind, full moons have everything to do with letting go, with release, with things being, you know, brought to light, gaining clarity. And this Hangman card is a card that symbolizes letting go. So it does make sense that this would be the energy for you, Capricorn, during this time. Keep in mind, we're having a full moon in Sagittarius right now, which means that next month we're going to be coming up on Capricorn's full moon, which is when the full moons come about in your own sign. It tends to be a very intense time revolved around really clearing out energy that is not serving you, that's blocking you from doing the things that you need to do. So this card could just point to saying, like, you're actually getting ready to come into, you know, your half point of your year, and you've got to get to this point of getting ready to clear out the things that you don't need. The Hangman is also a card that has to do with, you know, sacrifice or letting things go. So this could also say, Capricorn, that these next couple of weeks for you could be a period of time where you're kind of taking a step back, kind of reevaluating the things that you have going on around you, that you're involved in, that you're devoting your energy to, and understanding that in order to be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to do, or in order to, you know, actually make moves, you're going to have to change some things, which could most likely mean, because we are dealing with the full moon, letting something go, or letting or removing, you know, the energy that you're putting into certain situations or certain people, taking that out and bringing it back to use for yourself. And that's not to say that this is, you know, a selfish action. This is just saying, like, hey, you know, Capricorn, maybe you've got too much invested into other things and you should be focusing a little bit more on yourself. So you're going to have to, you know, let go of a few things. You're going to have to make that sacrifice, but also take some time to really reevaluate things and situations and people that you're involved with, okay? The next card that we have coming up for us, Capricorn, here is the Son of Wands, and this is a court card. This is a court card. I have the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, so for my court cards, I have family members. So the court card is the Knight of Wands, and whenever we're dealing with the Knight card, it typically points to either somebody coming in with a message or this energy really shooting in for you. But this is coming up in the position of what could be crossing you. So the Knight of Wands, if we're talking about a person, could be a younger male, not necessarily male, but more than likely a younger male, fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sag, very vibrant energy, somebody who is very charming, somebody who knows all the right things to say and seems like they do everything in the right way. This could be somebody who, because we're talking about the Hangman here, this could be somebody that you need to remove, you know, yourself or your energy from. This also could be somebody coming in with a little bit of a different perspective. Keep in mind, Capricorn, you are an earth sign, and I'm a rising Capricorn myself, so I can say this. When we get our minds set on something, or when we have a certain perspective, that's kind of just what it is. You're not really trying to hear what anybody else has to say to you about that particular situation, or that. You're like, nah, this is what it is. This is how I feel. This Son of Wands could be somebody coming in with a little bit of a different perspective, trying to bring this into you to say, hey, maybe you need to think about or look at life in this way. And it could be causing a little bit of conflict for you, because we have the Hangman here. It could be causing a little bit of conflict. You're being a little stubborn, not wanting to let go of the perspective that you currently have. Now, on the other hand, because this is in the position of the energies that could be crossing you, this could go back again a little bit into your Capricorn, into a little bit of that earth element in you, of not wanting to change the way that you're doing things, And this Son of Wands is saying like, hey, it's time to actually tap into this fire energy and really make moves. It's time to get things started. And you've got this Hangman here. What could be going on for you, Capricorn? You guys are planners. You guys are builders. You like to make sure that things are going to play out the way that you want them to play out. So you put a lot of time and a lot of energy into the period before actually making the move. This Son of Wands could say, hey, this energy is coming in. You're not going to have a choice but to actually make moves on whatever it is that you're planning. But that could be crossing you because it's interfering with, you know, the way that you tend to do things. I know this, even doing these forecasts for myself, right? For myself, doing these forecasts for YouTube, for my channel, I meant to say, has been driving me crazy. The Capricorn in me has been like, I do new moon forecast. I didn't want to do a full moon forecast, but I have to, like, you know, it's been driving me crazy. I didn't want to do it that way, but I didn't really, I mean, I had a choice, but it was kind of just like my channel has been quiet. I have to do something. I have to make some moves. And now I'm doing full moon in Sagittarius readings for you, but I'm struggling on the inside because it doesn't fall into alignment with the way that I plan things, if that makes sense. That's my Capricorn rising, and that's actually a really good example of these two energies crossing each other, okay? So just keep that in mind. Maybe something that you have to do, something that you have to change is coming at you, like I said, life comes at you fast, coming at you fast, and you just don't have any choice but to step out of your routine self and actually go on and make moves on that. That is an energy that you guys will be dealing with and possibly struggling with during this full moon in Sagittarius. You know, Sagittarius is the wanderer, is the philosopher, likes to go on adventures, and Capricorn is, you know, the father of the zodiac, you know, very stable, likes to plan things out, very grounded. So, you know, with this full moon in Sagittarius, Capricorn could be dealing with, you know, having to let go of, like I said, your routine. All right, so the next card coming up that I have for y'all in this spread is in the position of what's being illuminated for you. What adventures do you need to embark on? What new opportunities are coming in for you? And we have one of my favorite cards, and you guys are the first sign to get this card in this reading. I haven't been pulling the 10 of Cups often for anything, for myself, for these readings, for my clients. So I'm happy to see this card, and I'm happy to see this card in my rising sign video, and it's a water card, which actually resonates with my sun and my moon. Water cards. So the water resonates with, the cups resonates with the water element. And that has everything to do with our feelings, emotions, family, friends, things that we are emotionally invested in, things that we put our energy into. It's coming up in the position of what is being illuminated for you, Capricorn, is saying that you have a lot of positive energy coming into you. This is a very high energy card. And if you look at the cards, you know, when we talk about the cup suit, most of the time we're talking about our cup runneth over with emotions. But if you look at these cards, you see these cups, and they all have their own different, you know, little, I don't want to say like juices, that sounds crazy. They all have their own little drinks coming out of them, but they're being poured across the way into another cup. So, you know, this energy is just a sense of being fulfilled, feeling complete, feeling balanced. Coming up for you, being in the position of what's being illuminated, things you need to, journeys that you may need to embark on. This is saying, Capricorn, you have this positive energy coming in for you, or this ways to tap into this positive energy are going to be shown to you during this full moon, probably through this Son of Wands, changing that routine pattern that you like to stick to, coming out of being that stubborn Capricorn, that stubborn earth that you can be, okay? Opportunities, positive energy, ways to tap into it are going to be revealed to you, and this coming up in this position is saying that, hey, when those opportunities present themselves, you need to go on and take those chances. You actually cannot sit in this hangman position, okay? Capricorn, you've actually got to tap into that hangman mentality and say, okay, I've got to let something go. I've got to get over how I'm used to being and go on and make those moves, act with a little bit of fire, so that you can tap into that harmonious energy of the 10 of Cups, okay, Capricorn? Whew, all right, y'all. This next card coming up, this is the Lover's card. This is in the position of restrictions, or what's being released for you during this time, or what needs to be released for you during this time, Capricorn. And seeing the Lovers in this position could take, you know, it's all about perspective. It could go one of two ways. This could say you have a person, most likely a person in your life, or you have something like your job or a project or something that you just put a lot of energy into, that at one point you were very much so in love with, or that you were very, you know, excited about being involved in, right? But this coming up in the position of restrictions is saying that whatever this is or this was, and because it's in the spread with this crossing energy, if we're talking about a relationship, possibly a relationship, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but because it's the Lover's card, we're probably talking about a romantic connection. A relationship with somebody with a lot of fire energy in them, or somebody that radiates with that fire, can-do energy, could be somebody causing you a little bit of restriction, could be somebody holding you back, or this could be a situation that you need to cut out, needs to be released, because it's causing blockages and burdens. And I'm seeing the Two of Swords in your spread too, so I'm just gonna go on and say, like, Capricorn, you may be at a point to where you're like, okay, this person or whatever this situation is, and if we're talking about a situation, like I said, something you're very emotionally invested in, something you were very happy about, or something that you really wanted, or you really want to do, that you're putting too much energy into, put it like that. It's saying this needs to be let go of, either for a little while or, you know, permanently. But this is just saying, like, this is something that has been holding you back. This relationship has been holding you back. This devotion to this project or this job or this whatever that you really wanted to happen or really wanted to work out has been stopping you from moving forward into this Ten of Cups energy. You can't tap into this positive energy when you've got something in the way. Okay, and things that we are emotionally invested in tend to come up as blockages, especially when we're no longer supposed to be dealing with them. This has been a theme this year amongst a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I've been around. Saturn is in Capricorn. Saturn is in your sign. That is Saturn's sign also. Very karmic planet. Things that are not supposed to be are being broken down in order to make way for the things that we're supposed to be coming into. So if this is a relationship, or if this is some sort of something that you put a lot of time and energy to, that you were really happy about or really content with, just understand that if it's shifting, it's all divine timing. That has to go, because you've got something way better coming in for you, Capricorn, okay? Now, the last card that I have in the spread for you guys is in the position of, you know, your soul message to your higher self. You've got the Two of Wands. This is the stalemate card. So when this card comes up, it typically, I'm sorry, not the Two of Wands, this is the Two of Swords. When this card comes up, the swords resonates with the air element, and that is the element that has to do with our mental, our perspective, our thought process. So the Two of Swords coming up typically says you have a decision to make. There's something that you can't decide on. This coming up in your soul message position underneath all of these cards, to me, Capricorn is saying, like, you know you can tap into this energy. You're very aware of it, Capricorn. Like I said, you're the father of the zodiac, so you tend to be you tend to have a sense of knowing when it comes to situations, especially when it comes to situations related to your foundations and like your career and your relationships. You tend to just already know how things should play out, what you need to do. So you know you can tap into this energy. But whatever this is on this side is something that you either don't want to deal with, or you don't think you're ready to let go of. On a spiritual level, on a higher level, you actually are. It's time, but you in the physical, you know, attached to your emotions, you're not ready to get rid of this. You're not completely ready to really move past whatever this is. This Two of Swords coming up is saying that until you make this decision to actually tap into that positive energy, you're going to be blocked. Your vision's going to be hazy. You're not going to be able to make moves. You're going to remain in this hangman position. You're not going to be able to tap into that fire energy, and you're going to be stuck dwelling on what was, and what was is not what could be. this is what could be, this is what's supposed to be coming in for you, this is what you're supposed to be letting go. So this card is saying, like, yes, you have a tough decision to make, and in actuality, it's not really tough. It's just a sense of you don't want to cut it out. You're not ready. But it's time. 10 of Cups, like, you know, that completes the cup suit. That brings us into happiness. That brings us into joy, that radiating positive energy, that, you know, just completion, that sense of feeling whole. This Two of Swords coming up after the Lovers card is saying, like, hey, you know, you may not want to do it, but it's time to exit out, okay? So Capricorn, I hope that these messages resonated with you. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to drop them down below. I am back to checking my channel pretty frequently, so I will most likely respond to you unless you leave me a comment about my audio. I'm deleting it. If you like this video, go on and hit that little thumbs up button for me. If you made it all the way through, you probably liked what I had to say. Go on and hit subscribe, especially if you want to keep up with when I put out tarot videos or, you know, astrology videos about the moon and what's going on in the cosmos for us, okay? Anything else? Yeah, if you know any Capricorns or you got any Capricorn friends or people with a lot of Capricorn in their chart that you feel like might need to hear this or should watch this, go on and share this with them. I'm still very, you know, surprised at how often these videos get shared. Like, that's really a large part of the growth for my channel, so I do appreciate y'all for that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will definitely see y'all next time. Oh, for sure, I'm going to be back on track. You will have new moon in Gemini forecast on time with that new moon in Gemini video, okay, y'all? Now, for real, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.